My name's Archie Moore. I'm a Kamilaroi Big and Bull artist living in Queensland. I'm sitting inside my work at the Adelaide Biennial inside the Museum of Economic Botany with the title of Remnants of My Father. So these are works, 8 objects and 8 prints relating to my father from archives, and the objects are using precious metals, gold, silver and copper.
The project came about because I had worked with Archie Moore a couple of times, and Pallion had been a very generous donor to the project Kith and Kin in the Australian Pavilion for Venice Biennale, and they had put on the table that if Archie ever wanted to make a work in gold, we should get in touch with them. And so when I invited him to be part of the exhibition, I said, "Is this an offer you wanted to consider?" And he came back with such a great proposal. One of the things that I've always enjoyed about Archie's practice is the way that he has such an attention to materials, an attention to detail. You often get these kind of very bodily responses, and he's thinking about the way people move through exhibitions. He's a kind of expert in making scenes.
I spent a lot of time inside archives doing family history research, mainly because my father, I knew not much about him. He didn't speak a lot about his family. I was invited to be in the Adelaide Biennial and also had an invitation from Pallion to use gold and silver as a medium to create some work with their arts program. So that got me immediately thinking about my father's idea, a belief that he had that there was a large, worthwhile deposit of gold that he had discovered on the property that he lived on and worked on with his siblings and his parents. That property was near Coolatai in New South Wales, not a known gold area. He discovered it with putting a water bore down one day, and no one else thought it was worthwhile, but he had a faith and belief that someday this gold deposit would get us out of poverty, provide some wealth for the family. And I thought the Museum of Economic Botany was an interesting space to show the work in, because the work's like artefacts or something you'd find in a museum. So I wanted to use the vitrines and cabinets that they have here for their contemporary art shows. This work is about how people are remembered, not just through images, but through things they leave behind. Objects hold a memory. They carry weight, emotional, historical and physical. Through these remnants, my father continues to exist, not as a likeness, but as a presence.